Hey guys, what's up? This is White Boy for the win, and welcome back to Why Mega Evolve. Now, earlier this week we talked about Mega Blossom, and today we're going to be talking about Mega Klinklang. But before we get started, let me just give you guys a brief explanation of what this series is about. Now, every week I will be picking two Pokemon that either need a Mega Evolution, deserve a Mega Evolution, or want a Mega Evolution for. Now, this is based off my opinion alone, and no one else's. Now, if you guys do not like my opinion, then please post your own opinions in the comment section down below. But what would you keep? What would you change? And etc. And at the end of every video, we'll be telling you guys which Pokemon we're going to be talking about the following day. So with that said, here is Mega Klinklang. Now, before we get into this, the design that I'm using for this video is not an actual Mega design for Klinklang, nor it's receiving a Mega. It's just fan art. I've been getting a lot of people in the comments saying, oh, that's not what I expect Mega Klinklang or Mega Raichu or whatever the case may be of what Mega Pokemon you're watching. Those are just fan art designs, okay? Obviously, Klinklang is not going to look like a fucking train. I mean, like, once again, it's fan art. But that's all I really wanted to say. It's just that you guys go crazy with like saying, oh, that's not who I expect, or that's not what I expect that Pokemon to look like for its Mega. Once again, it's just fan art. But regardless, just like a lot of other Pokemon, like what's that one Pokemon called? See, this is the point where I'm trying to make. Lumineon. Just like Lumineon and a lot of other Pokemon, Klinklang, in my opinion, is probably one of the most forgotten Pokemon in Pokemon, because, like, you never see people use this Pokemon at all, nor, like, you see it in competitive play, or people breeding it, or looking at, or finding it in the wild, unless you're playing Black and White and Black and White 2. This Pokemon is pretty much just there. It's just filling up space. That's pretty much all it's doing. So I honestly think that Klinklang should deserve to get a Mega Evolution, just so that it'll see more popularity maybe, or whatever the case may be, because I honestly think that if it does get a Mega Evolution, there's going to be a lot of people trying to use this in competitive play, and that's what pretty much a Mega is all about, is trying to get it more people to actually use it and making a Pokemon OP. So with that, as you can tell from what I've done to its stats, I did increase everything but decreased its speed by 20 points. Like, to be honest, the only reason why I decreased its speed by 20 points was for one of two reasons. One is because I wanted 20 extra points, and two, every time when I see a steel type, I always expect them to be very, very slow. I mean, obviously there are some fast type, steel type Pokemon like Excadrill, but honestly, every time I see a steel type Pokemon, I always see them being slow, not slow, sometimes very slow, and sometimes very fast. But in this case, I always see Klinklang being somewhat not that fast, so that's why I decreased its speed. I mean, it does get access to Atomize, which pretty much doubles your speed, and if I'm not mistaken, Rock Polish. I am looking on Cerebi, so let me just tell you if it does get access to Rock Polish. It does not seem that it gets access to Rock Polish, but it does get access to Atomize, if I'm not mistaken, which pretty much is the exact same thing as Rock Polish, but pretty much for steel types. So that's another move it can actually use to pretty much increase its speed if you want to run like a speedy Mega Klinklang. But regardless, that's the only reason why I decreased its speed to base 70. But regardless, let's just get right into it. So for its physical attack, I increased it from base 100 to base 130. Now, Klinklang is known for being somewhat of a physical attacker, but sometimes at the same time being a physical defensive Pokemon as well. But if I'm not mistaken as well, I'm like I said, I'm still looking at Klinklang's design, or not design, on Cerebi. I think it gets access to a move called Shift Gear, which pretty much raises its physical attack and its speed. So it's pretty much like Dragon Dance for pretty much Klinklang. So you can increase its physical attack, but honestly, it's mostly known for being a physical attacking as well, knowing like Gear Grind, Wild Charge, and a couple other moves that you would normally run on a Klinklang. But it is somewhat of a physical attacker, so I increased it to base 100, base 130, because it is like a physical attacker. Now for its special attack, I increased it from base 70 to base 110. Now a lot of you guys probably won't agree with me when I did this and pretty much just decreased its speed by 20, but there's a couple of reasons why I actually increased its special attack to base 110. Is because I'm still looking at Series before Klinklang, and scrolling down through all its moves, every other move is an electric type move, like Thunderbolt, Thunder, and like those type of moves. Like if it gets access to electric type moves like Thunderbolt and Thunder and all those stuff, it should be able to use it. So I increased it to base 110 because it can also be a special attacker, and also it does get access to, if I'm not mistaken, it does not actually get access to Flash Cannon, which is actually very surprising. It does get access to Signal Beam, and also it does get access to Rock Polish. I just didn't scroll down far enough, and it gets access to Volt Switch. So those are 3, or technically 4 potential special type attacking moves that you can run on like a especially offensive Klinklang. You can go mix. I mean, you can run Hidden Power on this thing if you wanted to, but those are just some options that you can run on and make a Klinklang. So that's partially the reason why I increased it to base 110, just so that I can take advantage of using those special type hits. So that's why I increased it to base 110. Now for its physical defense, I increased it from base 115 to base 140. Now obviously its highest stat is its physical defense, so I did increase it to base 140 because it is going to be a very, very bulky mon, but at the same time, I think it does get access to a move where it lowers your defense. I believe that's what Automize does. I am not 100% sure. Let me just look that up real quick. Automize. No, it just, it doesn't do anything. But regardless, I still wanted to increase it to base 140 because, for one, it's a steel type, and what are steel type weak to? Fighting. Fighting is one of the most common typings to have in competitive play alongside with steel. So you need, so even though people who might run a coverage move like Drain Punch or Mach Punch, whatever the case may be, you will be able to eat those up really good. I can tell you that much, because with base 140 physical defense, you will be able to live at least one physical type attack, or should I say one physical fighting type attack. I know that for a fact. So base 140 is actually pretty good. And last but not least, its special defense, I increased it from base 85 to base 110. Now, I increased it because obviously it is a steel type, and it also is weak to fire, and pretty much one flamethrower, one fire blast, or whatever the case may be of a special fire type attack, it's most likely going to get one shot. So I increased it just a little bit to base 110. That way it'll be a little bit bulky on the special defensive side, maybe able to eat up a couple hits that from fire type attacks. So those, that's the reason why I increased the base 110. Now, as a regular Klinklang, its base stats at 520, and with the Mega Evolution is going to be at 620. Now for its ability, I pretty much did what they didn't do to Magnezone, and that is I gave it the ability Levitate. Obviously everyone wanted Levitate on either Mega Metagross or Metagross just in general, or Magnezone, but apparently they didn't give it Levitate. So Klinklang doesn't get access to Levitate. It gets plus, minus, and Clear Body. Those the only ability that's actually worth giving it is Clear Body. I mean, who uses plus and minus abilities on regular Pokemon who gets access to it, unless that's its only ability? I think it's one of the most stupidest abilities in the game, plus and minus, and giving this thing Levitate is pretty much a smart idea, because in that way it nullifies, and you won't be able to get hit by ground type attacks unless your opponent has Mold Breaker, for an example. Other than that, you're not going to get hit by ground type attacks, and that's the only reason why I given it the Levitate ability, is because I gave it the ability that people wanted on Magnezone, Metagross, Mega Metagross, that they didn't get, and that was Levitate, which once again, it nullifies ground type attacks, which it is super effective against. And for its typing, I actually added on the electric type characteristics. I've already explained this throughout the video. It gets every other move I've seen on its move set or its move pool, it's an electric type attack. So making this thing part electric will actually make those electric type moves stab moves now, and it'll do a little bit more damage. So that's why I added on the electric type characteristics. So with that said, there is Mega Klinklang. So anyways guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also don't forget to comment and subscribe. Now if you guys missed the previous Y Mega Evolve video, it is going to be in the description box down below, so you guys can go and check it out. And also I did make a Twitch a while ago, and I'm going to be starting to stream Pokemon Showdown a lot on there, so go and give me a follow on Twitch, and it'll notify you when I go live. And also I do have a gaming channel, and I am Let's Playing the BlazBlue Calamity Trigger series, so if you guys are interested in that, go and check it out. And if you guys enjoy what I'm uploading, go and give it my channel a subscribe. I'll highly appreciate it. And there is going to be more projects coming on the channel. I don't know what yet, but there will be after BlazBlue. And yeah, so that's all I really gotta say about that. Now the next Pokemon we are going to be talking about is a second gen Pokemon. So we're going to be jumping from 5th gen to 2nd gen, and that Pokemon is Lantern. So yes, next week if I'm not mistaken, we are going to be talking about Mega Lantern. So once again, this is White Boy for the win. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.